Hi guys! Welcome back to ABC General Hospital Spoilers channel. Today, we will dive deep into the swirling dramas and unexpected revelations set to unfold on Tuesday, June 3rd, in the bustling town of Port Charles. From Alexis Davis facing intense scrutiny to Elizabeth Baldwin digging for long-buried truths, and Sonny Corinthos extending a heartfelt olive branch to Joe Palmieri, there's no shortage of emotional confrontations and jaw-dropping twists awaiting us. Let's unpack the intricate layers of each storyline, explore hidden motives, and speculate on the ripple effects these events might have on our beloved characters. Alexis Davis under fire, a web of secrets and missing millions. In the heart of Port Charles, Alexis Davis finds herself caught in a storm of suspicion as Laura Collins storms into her office with a bombshell accusation. Laura, with a mix of concern and frustration in her voice, reveals that a staggering $10 million has vanished from Ace's estate, a fortune tied to the legacy of a prominent family. Alexis, usually the picture of composure, can't mask the flicker of anxiety that crosses her face as she processes the gravity of the situation. Could this be tied to the shadowy dealings she's been entangled in? Rumors swirl that Rick Lansing and Ava Jerome have been holding something over her head, possibly using damning information to force her hand. Did Alexis divert the funds under duress to protect someone she loves, perhaps her daughter Christina Corinthos, or is there a deeper, more personal motive at play? As Laura presses for answers, the tension is palpable. Will Alexis crack under the weight of her secrets, confessing to a desperate act of blackmail, or will she weave an intricate web of half-truths to shield her true intentions? This confrontation promises to peel back layers of Alexis's carefully constructed facade, leaving viewers on edge as we wait to see if her moral compass will guide her to the truth or deeper into deception. Elizabeth Baldwin seeks answers from Lucky Spencer, unraveling a tragic mystery. Meanwhile, across town, Elizabeth Baldwin is on a mission to uncover the hidden truths surrounding a past tragedy. Her conversation with Lucky Spencer takes a dramatic turn as she confronts him about the car crash that has haunted her for far too long. With raw emotion in her eyes, Elizabeth demands to know what Lucky has been keeping from her. "What do you really know about my accident?" she asks, her voice trembling with a mix of hope and dread. Lucky, who dropped a cryptic hint in a recent episode, now stands at a crossroads. His confession on Friday hinted at withheld information, but will he muster the courage to reveal the full scope of what he knows? Perhaps Lucky witnessed something that night, something he's buried deep to protect Elizabeth, or even himself from the painful fallout. Maybe there's a third party involved, a secret witness, or a cover-up that could shatter everything they've rebuilt. As Elizabeth pushes for clarity, the stakes couldn't be higher. This isn't just about the accident, it's about trust, closure, and the fragile bonds of their shared history. Will Lucky's revelation bring them closer, or will it drive an irreparable wedge between them? Fans are bracing for an emotional roller coaster as this chapter of their story unfolds. Sonny Corinthos and Joe Palmieri, a grandfather's guidance amidst family shockwaves. Over at the Corinthos compound, a tender yet bittersweet moment is brewing between Sonny Corinthos and his newly discovered grandson, Joe Palmieri. Joe, still reeling from the seismic revelation of his true parentage, seeks solace in a visit to Sonny. The mob patriarch, known for his tough exterior, softens as he admits he was completely in the dark about Joe being his grandson until the young man declared it himself. In a rare display of vulnerability, Sonny offers an open door, assuring Joe that he's family now and can turn to him for anything but advice, protection, or simply a listening ear. But Joe, wrestling with his identity and a fierce desire for independence, responds with quiet determination. "Whatever I do next, I'm going to do it on my own," he asserts, a steely resolve in his tone. This exchange highlights the clash of generations, a grandfather eager to mend broken ties and a grandson yearning to forge his own path. Could Sonny's offer plant the seed for Joe to eventually embrace his roots, perhaps taking on a role within the family business, or will Gio's need for autonomy lead him into dangerous, uncharted territory? There's also the lingering question of how this news affects the wider Corinthos clan. Will Gio's integration into the family spark jealousy or alliances among his newfound relatives? This storyline is a poignant exploration of legacy, acceptance, and the struggle to define oneself amidst a powerful family dynasty. Brook Lynn Quartermain unleashes her fury, a mother's anguish. Emotions run high at the Quartermain mansion as Brook Lynn Quartermain unleashes her pent-up anger on her mother, Lois Trullo, and grandmother, Gloria Trullo. The crux of her outrage lies in a heart-wrenching decision from her past giving up her baby to Camilla. With pain etched into every word, Brook Lynn demands to know, "Do you regret giving my baby away?" Her question hangs heavy in the air, a raw plea for accountability and understanding. Lois and Gloria, caught off guard by the intensity of her confrontation, must now face the consequences of a choice that has haunted their family for years. Perhaps Lois believed she was protecting Brook Lynn from a life of struggle, or maybe Gloria's old-school values influenced a decision made in haste. Whatever their reasoning, the fallout is undeniable. Will they defend their actions, claiming it was for the greater good, or will they crumble under the weight of guilt, offering apologies that might come too late to heal old wounds? This clash isn't just a family spat, it's a profound reckoning of trust, sacrifice, and the enduring bond between mothers and daughters. Viewers can expect tears, revelations, and perhaps a glimmer of hope for reconciliation as Brook Lynn fights to reclaim her voice in a narrative that was once decided for her. A family revelation, Lulu, Dante, and Rocco face new dynamics. In another corner of Port Charles, a delicate family conversation is set to reshape relationships. Lulu Spencer and Dante Falconeri sit down with their son, Rocco Falconeri, to drop the unexpected news that Joe Palmieri is his half-brother. Rocco, caught between curiosity and confusion, peppers his parents with questions about how Joe discovered this life-altering truth. Was it a deliberate unveiling, or did Joe stumble upon buried secrets through old letters, whispered rumors, or a DNA test gone awry? Lulu and Dante must navigate this discussion with care, balancing honesty with the need to protect Rocco's young heart from the complexities of adult betrayals and hidden histories. This revelation adds a new layer to Rocco's world, potentially forging a sibling bond with Joe or stirring feelings of uncertainty about his place in the family. Will Rocco embrace this newfound connection, eager to build a relationship with his half-brother, or will the shock sow seeds of resentment? This subplot weaves into the larger tapestry of Port Charles's interconnected lives, reminding us how one secret can ripple through generations, reshaping family trees in ways no one could predict. As Tuesday, June 3rd, approaches, ABC General Hospital promises a whirlwind of confrontations, confessions, and heartfelt discoveries. Alexis Davis's battle with her conscience over missing millions could unravel her carefully curated life, while Elizabeth Baldwin's quest for truth from Lucky Spencer threatens to rewrite their shared past. Sonny Corinthus's outreach to Joe Palmieri offers a glimpse of hope amidst family upheaval, yet Gio's fierce independence hints at future conflicts. Brook Lynn Quartermain's raw confrontation with her mother and grandmother lays bare deep-seated pain, and the revelation of Gio's connection to Rocco Falconeri sets the stage for new sibling dynamics. Next, we will delve into the explosive drama set to ignite Port Charles as Carly Spencer unleashes her fury on Jason Morgan over a devastating secret involving Sasha Corbin's unborn child. With Michael and Willow Corinthus's divorce and custody battle taking center stage during the week of June 2nd to 6th, the courtroom will become a battleground for shocking revelations and hidden truths. From Nina Reeves's pivotal role in exposing buried secrets to Carly's shattered trust in Jason, this week promises heart-wrenching confrontations and unexpected twists. Join us as we unpack each layer of this gripping storyline, introduce fresh details, and explore the emotional undercurrents driving our favorite characters to their breaking points. Carly Spencer's Rage, a betrayal by Jason Morgan. In the bustling heart of Port Charles, Carly Spencer is about to face a seismic betrayal that will rock the very foundation of her trust in Jason Morgan. As whispers of a paternity scandal involving Sasha Corbin's unborn child grow louder, Carly discovers that Jason has been harboring a monumental secret. Her reaction is nothing short of volcanic fury mixed with deep hurt as she grapples with the reality that Jason, her steadfast confidant, chose to keep her in the dark. Sources hint that Carly stumbles upon this revelation amidst the chaos of Michael Corinthus's crumbling marriage, amplifying her protective maternal instincts. She feels blindsided, especially since Jason confided in others, including his son Danny Morgan, long before considering her feelings. Carly might wonder if Jason doubted her ability to handle the truth or feared her impulsive nature would jeopardize their carefully laid plans. This isn't just a lie, it's a personal wound, as Carly has always seen Jason as her rock, her unyielding ally against the storms of life. Will she confront him with raw emotion, demanding to know why she was excluded, or will her anger simmer into a cold, calculated reckoning? This clash promises to be a defining moment in their storied relationship, testing the limits of loyalty and forgiveness. Michael and Willow's courtroom drama, a marriage in ruins. Meanwhile, the Corinthos family braces for an emotionally charged week as Michael and Willow Corinthos step into the courtroom for their divorce and custody hearing. Scheduled across multiple episodes from June 2nd to 6th, this legal showdown is set to expose raw nerves and bitter divides. Michael, reeling from the collapse of his marriage, fights not just for custody but for a semblance of stability for his child. Willow, on the other hand, carries her own burdens, perhaps unresolved grief or unspoken regrets that fueled their rift. Courtroom insiders suggest that heated arguments will erupt over past decisions, with both sides airing grievances about trust and compatibility. Amidst this turmoil, a bombshell looms large: the true paternity of Sasha's unborn child. This revelation, poised to detonate during the proceedings, could shift the dynamics of the case, painting Michael in a new light and complicating the custody battle further. Will this truth strengthen Michael's resolve to protect his family, or will it shatter his credibility in the eyes of the court? The stakes couldn't be higher as these two navigate the wreckage of their once promising union, leaving viewers on the edge of their seats for every gavel strike. Nina Reeves and Rick Lansing, architects of a paternity bombshell. Behind the scenes, Nina Reeves emerges as a key player in the unfolding paternity drama, feeding critical information to Rick Lansing that could change everything. Known for her knack for stirring the pot, Nina appears to have uncovered damning evidence about Sasha's baby, a secret that Jason and Sasha swore to keep buried for Michael's sake. Perhaps Nina stumbled upon medical records during a late-night investigation at the hospital, or maybe an overheard conversation tipped her off to the deception. Armed with this explosive intel, she collaborates with Rick, a legal shark eager to use any advantage in the courtroom. Their partnership hints at a calculated move to expose the truth during Michael and Willow's hearing, potentially to sway outcomes or settle old scores. Rick, with his cunning strategies, might frame this revelation as proof of deceit within the Corinthos family. While Nina's motives could be more personal, maybe a desire to protect Willow or even undermine Carly's influence. This duo's actions promise to send shockwaves through Port Charles, raising questions about whether their intentions are driven by justice or vengeance. How will their gambit play out when the truth hits the light of day? Jason Morgan's dilemma, a secret that couldn't hold. At the center of this storm stands Jason Morgan, a man torn between loyalty and necessity. His decision to conceal the paternity of Sasha's child alongside her was born out of a desperate need to shield Michael from further pain. Jason, ever the silent guardian, believed that this secret would preserve a fragile peace, especially given Michael's mounting personal struggles. Yet, this pact with Sasha required deception, even from those closest to him like Carly. Sources reveal that Jason wrestled with guilt over this lie, knowing Carly's fierce loyalty to family might have compelled her to act rashly if she knew the truth. He confided in Danny early on, perhaps hoping to prepare his son for inevitable fallout. But this only deepens Carly's sense of exclusion when she learns the full story. Now, as the secret unravels publicly, Jason must face the consequences of a plan gone awry. Will he stand firm, defending his choice as a necessary sacrifice, or will he crumble under Carly's accusations, admitting that his judgment faltered? This moment of reckoning will expose Jason's vulnerabilities, reminding us that even the toughest protectors can falter under the weight of impossible choices. The aftermath, Carly's showdown and lingering fallout. As the dust settles from the courtroom bombshell, Carly Spencer gears up for a fiery confrontation with Jason Morgan. Her frustration peaks in the aftermath of the hearing, where she corners him, demanding answers for his secrecy. Carly's anger isn't just about being lied to, it's about the missed opportunity to shield Michael from public humiliation. She might argue that, had she known, she could have rallied resources or devised a strategy to soften the blow for her son. Imagining late-night strategy sessions or emotional pleas she could have made, Carly feels robbed of her role as a protective mother. Jason, in turn, attempts to justify his silence, perhaps citing past instances where Carly's impulsiveness led to chaos. Yet, With the secret now exposed and the cover-up rendered meaningless, Carly's fury only intensifies. This showdown isn't just a clash of words, it's a battle of principles between two people whose lives have been intertwined through countless crises. Will Carly's hurt morph into understanding, recognizing Jason's intent to safeguard Michael, or will this breach of trust create a lasting rift? The emotional stakes are sky-high as their confrontation unfolds. Twists ahead, uncharted territory in the custody battle. Even as the paternity scandal dominates headlines in Port Charles, ABC General Hospital spoilers hint at more twists and turns in Michael and Willow's custody case. The fallout from the revelation could sway the court's perception, potentially casting doubt on Michael's stability or Willow's transparency. New evidence might surface at perhaps a witness to private arguments or undisclosed financial struggles that further complicates the judge's decision. There's also the possibility of outside interference. Could a family member like Sonny pull strings behind the scenes to influence the outcome? Or will an unexpected ally emerge to support one side? As emotions run rampant, both Michael and Willow must navigate not just legal hurdles but the court of public opinion within their tight-knit community. Each episode promises fresh developments, from heated testimonies to surprise rulings, ensuring that this custody battle remains a roller coaster of suspense. How will these additional layers impact the fragile dynamics of the Corinthos family, and who will ultimately gain the upper hand? Conclusion: a week of reckoning in Port Charles. As the week of June 2nd to 6th unfolds on ABC General Hospital, Port Charles becomes a crucible of secrets, betrayals, and raw emotion. Carly Spencer's clash with Jason Morgan over the hidden paternity of Sasha Corbin's child lays bare the fragility of trust. While Michael and Willow Corinthos' courtroom saga exposes the deep wounds of a fractured marriage, Nina Reeves and Rick Lansing's strategic maneuvering threatens to upend lives with a single revelation, and Jason's well-intentioned deception crumbles under the weight of reality. With Carly's showdown promising fireworks and unforeseen twists awaiting in the custody case, this week is set to redefine relationships and test loyalties in ways we've yet to imagine. Stay tuned to our channel for the latest spoilers, detailed recaps, and insider scoops as we follow every dramatic turn. What do you think lies ahead for Carly, Jason, and the Corinthos family? Next, we will explore the tumultuous real-life drama surrounding Steve Burton, the beloved actor who brings Jason Morgan to life on our screens, as he navigates a messy post-divorce conflict with his ex-wife, Sherry Gustin. What started as a seemingly amicable split has spiraled into a heated custody battle, laced with accusations of betrayal, harassment, and emotional manipulation. From Burton's struggles to maintain a bond with his youngest child to the frosty reception his new wife, Michelle Lundstrom, received, this saga mirrors the intense family feuds we see on General Hospital. Join us as we dive into the intricate details of this personal crisis, introduce fresh perspectives, and shed light on the emotional stakes for all involved, ensuring a comprehensive look at a story that could rival any Port Charles plotline. A soap star's personal turmoil, Steve Burton's post-divorce struggles. Behind the charismatic facade of Steve Burton, the iconic face of Jason Morgan on ABC's General Hospital, lies a personal battle that could easily be scripted for the show. After a 23-year marriage to Sherry Gustin, with whom he shares 3 children, Burton filed for divorce in 2022, marking the end of an era. The couple initially appeared to reach an amicable resolution in 2023, agreeing to joint custody of their kids Jack, Brook Lynn, and Mackinac. However, recent developments have shattered this fragile peace. According to a revealing report by In Touch, Burton is now grappling with significant hurdles in maintaining a connection with his youngest daughter, Brook Lynn. He claims that Sherry has erected barriers, making visitation a near impossible task. This isn't just a logistical issue, it's a deeply emotional wound for Burton, who has always prioritized fatherhood despite his demanding career. Could Sherry's actions stem from lingering resentment over their split? Or is there a protective motive behind her resistance, perhaps tied to concerns about Burton's lifestyle or new relationship? This escalating feud is becoming a real-life soap opera, with layers of hurt and misunderstanding threatening to rewrite their family's narrative. A game of relocation, following the children across state lines. The geographical tug-of-war between Steve Burton and Sherry Gustin adds another complex layer to their ongoing conflict. Court documents obtained by In Touch reveal a frustrating pattern of relocation that has tested Burton's patience and dedication as a father. After their divorce, Shuri reportedly requested that Burton move from Tennessee to California, presumably to facilitate co-parenting. Burton, eager to stay close to his children, complied with the move, ruining his life in the process. However, in a surprising twist, Shuri then relocated back to California herself, leaving Burton to follow suit once again to maintain proximity to his kids. This back-and-forth suggests a deeper power struggle, with Burton alleging that these moves were less about practicality and more about creating distance between him and his children. Perhaps Shuri sought a fresh start each time, or maybe these decisions were influenced by external factors like family support or career opportunities. Regardless, Burton's commitment to being near his kids shines through, even as he faces accusations of being kept at arm's length. This relentless chase across state lines paints a picture of a father determined to fight for his bond, no matter the personal cost or logistical chaos. Betrayal and blame, unpacking the roots of their rift. At the heart of this custody feud lies a bitter history of betrayal that Steve Burton has brought to light in court filings. He accuses Shuri of being the catalyst for their family's breakdown, claiming she engaged in an extramarital affair that resulted in a pregnancy with another man. According to Burton, Shuri swiftly moved this new partner into her home post-separation without any prior discussion or consideration for how it might impact their children or his role as a co-parent. In his words, as reported by In Touch, Shuri has seemingly forgotten how our family ended up in this situation. This accusation isn't just a recounting of events. It's a raw expression of lingering pain and a possible explanation for the trust issues permeating their current dynamic. Burton might believe that Shuri's actions set a precedent for disregard, influencing her current stance on custody. Meanwhile, Shuri's perspective remains less detailed in public records. But one can imagine the complexity of her choice, perhaps driven by a need for security or a new beginning after a long marriage. This history adds a charged emotional backdrop to their dispute, turning every interaction into a potential landmine of unresolved grievances and unspoken regrets. At chilly reception, Michelle Lundstrom caught in the crossfire. Adding fuel to the already blazing fire is the tension surrounding Steve Burton's new wife, Michelle Lundstrom, a chef and recipe content creator whom he married recently. Burton has publicly stated that Shuri's reception of Michelle was far from welcoming, alleging that his ex-wife refused to address Michelle by name, instead referring to her dismissively as the girl. According to Burton, this behavior was a deliberate attempt to diminish Michelle's significance in his life, possibly as a way to assert control or express lingering bitterness over their divorce. Imagine the awkward encounters at family events or drop-offs, where Michelle, caught in the middle, might have felt like an outsider in a narrative she didn't write. Burton's protective stance suggests he views this as more than just petty snubs. It's a calculated effort to undermine his new happiness. Could Shuri's actions reflect unresolved feelings or a struggle to accept the finality of their split? Or is this simply a manifestation of stress from co-parenting under such strained conditions? This subplot introduces a personal sting to the broader custody battle, highlighting how new relationships can complicate already fragile family dynamics. A war of words, accusations of harassment from both sides. The feud between Steve Burton and Shuri Gustin has taken a darker turn with mutual accusations of harassment, painting a classic he said, she said scenario that rivals the dramatic child custody hearings of Michael and Willow Corinthos on General Hospital. Burton claims that Shuri is actively sabotaging his relationship with their children, particularly Brook Lynn, by restricting access and creating unnecessary obstacles. On the flip side, Shuri has countered with allegations of her own, telling In Touch that Burton's persistent attempts to contact Brook Lynn have crossed into harassment. She describes receiving near-daily messages from Burton, accusing her of parental alienation whenever he can't reach their daughter. Shuri insists she is open to working out a fair custody agreement, but portrays Burton's communication as overbearing and distressing. One might speculate if Burton's urgency stems from a fear of losing his connection to Brook Lynn entirely, while Shuri could be setting boundaries to protect her own mental space or her daughter's well-being. This clash of narratives leaves both parties entrenched, with no clear resolution in sight, and raises questions about whether mediation or legal intervention will be the next step in this emotionally charged standoff. The emotional toll, a father's fight for connection. Beyond the legal filings and public statements, the core of Steve Burton's struggle is a deeply personal fight to maintain a meaningful relationship with his children amidst a storm of conflict. His accusations against Shuri suggest a profound sense of loss not just of his marriage, but of the family unit he once knew. Brook Lynn, as the youngest, might represent a last tether to that past, making Burton's determination to be present in her life all the more poignant. Perhaps he envisions missed milestones as school plays, bedtime stories, or simple weekend outings that fuel his persistence, even at the risk of escalating tensions. Shuri, meanwhile, likely faces her own emotional burdens, balancing single parenthood with the fallout of a high-profile divorce. The children, caught in the middle, are the unspoken heart of this drama, their needs and feelings potentially overshadowed by adult conflicts. This storyline serves as a stark reminder of the real human cost behind celebrity headlines, where the stakes aren't just legal but deeply tied to love, identity, and the longing for family unity. Conclusion: a real-life drama unfolding off-screen. As Steve Burton's real-life saga with Shuri Gustin continues to unfold, it captivates fans with a narrative as gripping as any General Hospital plot. From the painful unraveling of a 23-year marriage to a bitter custody feud marked by relocations, betrayals, and accusations of harassment, Burton's journey mirrors the intense family dramas we tune into daily on-screen. His struggle to connect with his daughter Brook Lynn, the icy dynamics surrounding his new wife Michelle Lundstrom, and the war of words with Shuri paint a portrait of a man fighting for his place in his children's lives against formidable odds. As this conflict plays out in court documents and tabloid reports, we're left wondering how it will resolve. Will there be a path to reconciliation, or will legal battles deepen the divide? Stay tuned to our channel for updates on this evolving story and more behind-the-scenes insights into the lives of your favorite General Hospital stars. What are your thoughts on Steve Burton's dramatic personal challenges? Drop your opinions in the comments below, and let's keep the discussion alive.